I told her, whenever I found out that I had this phenol, whenever I went to OSHA Sweat Fight, like I said, and looked it up, and it said, about the pink, and then it said, about the headaches, and then it said about going to the bathroom all the time, and then the legs hurting, and it's like, oh my gosh, and even the rapid heart rate that I have, and I have to take Tylenol for that. It's like, oh my gosh, wow, it's been there all along, I just can't believe that it was, it was in my body. I just can't believe, that, and so I told her, I said, can't you send me to somebody that can help me? Because I asked her, I said, how can I get this phenol out of me? I said, if this is contributing to these headaches that I have, and since you've tried me on everything that you could put me on, let's try this. And she told me, she said, Jeannie, I don't know that much about phenol. I really can't give you a direction to go. I don't know. She said, but I can tell you that a toxicologist would probably know. But she still has not set that appointment up for me. And that was on Friday. And today is Wednesday.
And two more kids, two of the grandkids, Jeannie's oldest girls. Rhonda's 15 and Emily's 16. Both of them has vitamin D. They can't go on as high as medicine as we're on because they're younger, but they have to take it every day.
Yeah, they have the vitamin D deficiency too. Now they wasn't quite as low as me and Mom. Theirs was 17, but they were getting there, So, but they did have a deficiency of it.
And Emily and Rhonda both has.
Oh yeah, they have to. The doctor's supposed to, and I'm still waiting on this yet too. It seems like they're moving so slow on everything, Emily and Rhonda is developing high blood pressure. And so they have to set them up with monitors to put on them because they want to see how high it goes at times and keep her eye on it. And probably the doctor said if it continues on like it's been every time they've had their appointment, that they'll probably have to give them a blood pressure medicine. So they got to wear those monitors on them.
And how old are they?
Rhonda's 15 and Emily is 16.
Are there any other health problems with your children?
Now my twins was like me. They had diarrhea all the time. Now, since they ain't been drinking the water, they haven't had the diarrhea either.
As a matter of fact, almost all of them have the diarrhea.
Yeah, Patrick's like me. Patrick suffers from the real bad headaches. Patrick has those. He eats Tylenol like they're going out of style. And he's just like me. He just gets the, really bad headaches. And he says...
And their behavior is
goodness,
a lot stranger than what it used to be. Their behavior is.
Oh, yeah. They seem more hyperactive. They're 9. I know they're little boys, but it's like they get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and it's nonstop. It's like jumping on the couches, jumping all around. But it isn't. It is nonstop. It's just all day long like that. And just getting into everything. Wanting to go out to the road, wanting to go way up in here, and I don't want to go up in here to this well, So, but yeah, they have had like this behavioral change, like to really, really bad. And I don't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know what to do with you guys, But yeah, that's another thing that I see in them. So I'm glad that you mentioned that because that would have slipped my mind. Yeah, there's just so much to, so much going on here.
And you're on municipal water here, right?
Yes. That's what we have, municipal water. It comes from Cheat. That's what we get. Our plant sets in Pennsylvania. Our water plant sets in Pennsylvania, but we get our water from Cheat. Cheat River in West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Now we did go down and visit down there in Jordan's Harbor, wasn't it? Where was that?
We visited Jordan's Harbor last Sunday.
Yeah, we wanted to go down and take a look at where our water's coming from,
The backwaters. They did put a Marcellus well in there.
They put several of them across the top of that hill.
And we spoke to a gentleman down there, and he said, if you look across the top of the hillside, you'll see all these wells went in. And I said, and down here's the water. And they're sitting on the edge up there. Wonder where the crack water went.
So that was a good question.
Have you heard of any dumping on the roads or in the streams?
Yeah. Well, people would call the radio station and say, hey, we just seen them dumping on Route 40, down there in Uniontown. Or now up here, when we had come down the road, that was before before we knew everything. We had been coming down the road, and there was a waste truck up there, and he had his hose down into the creek, and we stopped, and we was like, "Hey, what are you doing with that hose down there? Oh, I'm getting water." And we was like, "Well, you can't get water out there. There's not enough water to draw out of that little creek." Well, by the time we come down, we did call the township supervisor, but by the time he came, he was gone. So he says he was drawing water out. I don't believe it, not out of that little creek. There's no way there's hundreds and thousands of gallons of water in that creek. So you know what he was doing then.
Yeah, you can't tell if it's going in or out, right?
Yeah, no. No, see, that's the thing. But from now on, I will be telling if it's going in or out, because I carry a pair of gloves with me. And when I see them, I'll just go up and get the hose. Is it coming in or going out? Because I'm really starting to get disgusted with it. Nobody wants to try to straighten their act up here. I mean, this is endangering people's lives and communities
And we are waiting now. Other people, I give them the letter that Judy gave me over a month ago, and the chemical test that we took. And I did give some people that letter, and they are getting their test to see if they have the same thing me and Jeannie has.
Have you heard of any other community changes? Have you heard of any crimes that have been committed, thefts, or maybe increases in drunk driving charges, or maybe the local bars filling up with people?
Yeah,
or
there
anything
has
of
been
that
a lot of arrests lately that usually don't take place here. And the state police has stopped a lot of these frack trucks and wastewater trucks in this area, and had cited them.
Or drug charges, anything of that kind as well?
Well, Fayette County's always had its
Small
bad.
town issues.
Yeah,
small town
so
issues.
it always had that, and you see some strange things. I don't know. You just see some strange things that you wouldn't think you'd see out of people.
I'll tell you,
especially when I was going through
things.
Point Marion. Now we have a scanner. Yeah, we have
a scanner, and what caught my eye, this was twice now we heard. This girl was in the shower, and she was taking a shower, healthy girl. Her mom said she was healthy. She told the 911 she's healthy. Why would this be happening? And it came over the scanner that she was bleeding from the eyes, the nose, and the ears. And she was screaming, the girl was screaming, so the ambulance went and got her. And she was in the Uniontown area. Then here no more than last week, same thing to a boy. Eyes, nose, and ears bleeding severely. And that was strange. I've never heard calls like that. And then we've heard calls, where people's taken because they can't breathe,
or they've been disoriented, dazed and confused.
Dazed and confused.
There was a lot of those calls
went out.
Where people were just dazed.
Stomach problems, flu-like symptoms, body aches. It's just more on that I hear on the scanner than I've ever heard before. So that is an increase in that.
Sounds like it.